Hi, this is Chavi Mittal. Keep listening to RJ Harshada. She's fantastic.
हाय दिस इज रिचा अनुरुद्ध और आप सुन रहे हैं आरजे हर्षदा को Halcyon शो पर। स्टे ट्यून्ड।
नमस्कार श्रोताओं, रेडियो उड़ान अ फ्लाइट ऑफ लाइफ पर मैं आरजे हर्षदा स्वागत करती हूं आपका एक ब्रांड न्यू शो में जिसका नाम है द Halcyon शो। द Halcyon शो लाता है साइकोलॉजी वर्ल्ड से जुड़ी सारी हैपनिंग अपडेट्स। Halcyon शो एक शो ही नहीं बल्कि एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म है जहां हम आपसे जुड़ते हैं टू शेयर थिंग्स ऑन मेंटल हेल्थ एंड इट्स अवेयरनेस। अगर आपके पास भी है कोई सवाल, कोई कहानी या शेयर करना चाहते हैं मेंटल हेल्थ से जुड़ी कोई खास इन्फॉर्मेशन, तो चलिए आइए अपने टेक्स्ट मैसेज पर और भेजें आपका सवाल या जवाब ऑन 9463668196 पर, या आप मुझे ईमेल कर सकते हैं radioudan@gmail.com पर। रेडियो उड़ान is available on all social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. अगर आप YouTube पर मुझे रिपीट सुन रहे हैं तो नीचे दिए कमेंट में भी आप मुझे बता सकते हैं। इन ईच एपिसोड हम नेविगेट करने की कोशिश करते हैं थ्रू वेरियस एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ मेंटल हेल्थ एंड अंडरस्टैंड द चैलेंजेस। वी एक्सप्लोर रियल स्टोरीज एंड रियल पीपल। As from today we hit the mental health week, that is today Monday, in the reference of Mental Health Day on the 10th of October 2024, I would like to bring you many versatile personalities working in the mental health field. So हम बहुत सारे लोगों से इस बारे में चर्चा करेंगे. I have very prominent members coming down to Radio Udan and discussing a lot of things. उससे पहले I would like to mention that Radio Udan is official media partner of an event at SNDT Women's University, SNDT College of Education with class of PG DDRM. It is a 2-day event which has stalls, exhibitions on 9th and a state-level conference with esteemed psychologists for lectures and panel discussions. If you want to be a part of it, then you can connect us you can connect them at sndt.mentalhealth.event@gmail.com. If you want to meet me also, I am there on 9th at SNDT Women's University, SNDT College, Tarapur Hall on 9th from morning 10 to 1 p.m. So, अगर आप interested है, you can just come, meet me, we'll have a great session. और एक important बात कि Radio Udan is presenting Mr. and Miss Visionary Beauty Pageant, which celebrates talent, confidence and diversity of visually impaired community. अगर आपको इसके लिए रजिस्टर करना है तो you can log on to www.radioudan.com या आप इंक्वायरी या आपका व्हाट्सएप पे जाके आप इंक्वायरी भेज सकते हैं और 9463668196 पर। बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग कंपटीशन है एंड कैटेगरीज है वहां पे, बहुत सारी विनर्स के लिए कैश प्राइज है एंड देयर आर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स हैपनिंग ओवर देयर. सो इफ यू वांट टू जॉइन एंड द फाइनल इवेंट वुड बी ऑन 16th of February 2025 at पंचकुला. सो किस बात की देरी है, भेजिए अपनी एंट्रीज तुरंत. चलिए, let's move on. As I promised, I have a very special guest tonight with us. मुझे ना हर बार ये लगता है, I really feel very blessed to have इतने competent और इतने खूबसूरत educational heads around us, जो they pour out their heart for their students and the simplicity they have for their students. I had a chance to have a conversation with this prominent persona in the field of education and architecture. Let's hear this conversation with Vice Chancellor of SNDT Women's University, Dr. Professor Ujjawala Chakradeo.
Dear listeners, it is my honor to introduce SNDT Women's University Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Ujjawala Chakradeo ma'am. As the Chief Academic and Executive Leader of SNDT Women's University, Professor Ujjawala Chakradeo brings a wealth of experience and expertise to our community. With a distinguished career span of 40 years in academics and research work, Professor Chakradeo has made significant contributions to the field of education and architecture. Her leadership and her vision have shaped educational institutions and inspired generation of students. Professor Chakradeo holds a PhD from VNIT, Nagpur, and has authored numerous publications. Her commitment to excellence, innovation, and social responsibility has earned recognition through member of National Board of Studies of Town Planning of AICTE, etc. As Vice Chancellor, Professor Ujjawala Chakradeo is dedicated to advancing our institution's mission, fostering a culture of inclusivity and promoting academic excellence. Please join me in welcoming our visionary leader, Dr. Professor Ujjawala Chakradeo ma'am. Welcome ma'am to the show. We are so delighted to have you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so how are you today ma'am?
Absolutely fine.
Okay, so I'll start with my first question.
Sure.
That I just went through all your introduction and all, and it has delighted me and inspired me. And you have been working in various institutions, esteemed institutions, and keynoting our theme, that is prioritizing mental health at work. According to you, what is a particular trend which needs to be continued and which needs to be fixed in order to prioritize mental health at work?
Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to extend my sincere thanks for inviting me for this wonderful talk, which is very close to my heart. And prioritizing mental health at workplace, of course, is your theme, but I personally feel mental health is a right for each and everyone at every place.
Every place, exactly.
May it be a home, may it be a workplace, may it be a marketplace, or may it be an urban area, anywhere in the city, or maybe even if you are in jungle. So wherever you are, the mental peace is should actually be one of the most important thing and to live on this planet. Which is becoming rare. However, we can't deal with each and every area, each and every place at every point of time. Therefore, it's okay that we prioritize and think about workplaces where these days most of us, those who are working, spend our time at workplace. We get up in the morning and reach our workplace and work late night and then go back to our homes. And probably after going home, after spending some time, we are back to sleep. So it's a workplace, which becomes very, very important. I'm sure you're aware I'm also an architect.
Yes.
I'm concerned about the spaces.
Yes.
Space means a lot to me. At one point of time, I've also worked on understanding what is the relationship of this space with the way you are. The way you think and way you develop yourself. It matters a lot. Your entire behavior changes with the kind of a space you are in.
Yeah, exactly.
The primary thing which actually the space should do, and the trend is to decorate it.
Okay.
To make it beautiful.
Beautiful, exactly.
Whosoever can afford to probably makes it beautiful the way they can and the way they think the beauty means to them.
Yes.
I personally feel it should be the comfort first and then the beauty.
Okay.
Of course, comfort is a physical comfort which we talk about, like the right type of temperature, right ventilation.
Yes.
These days it's an artificial ventilation.
Yes.
And sometimes I had heard and learned about it that it's all in your head. The way you perceive it.
Correct.
From 18 degrees to 30 degrees almost, 28 degrees maybe, is the temperature which our body can actually tolerate. But we try to fix it up myself. I say I should have 22 degrees and so forth. So physical comfort matters for our mental health first.
Yeah, exactly.
Then second thing is the mental health also depends upon the things of your liking. You have over the years, as you grow, your society, your own self, you make certain things. I like this, I don't like this.
Yes.
So that's another thing which helps you.
Yes.
Third is the intellectual being of yours.
Yes.
You exist in your intellect as well.
Yes.
So the ambience, the environment, the area where you're working should provide you with those intellectual feeds.
Exactly.
Those challenges. If these three things are there, I think a mental health would probably be there. However, it's not only for me alone. We co-work, coexist.
Yes.
Even at workplaces. So my mental health is important and should be taken care by others. So it's a mutual respect.
Yes.
It's a two-way thing. So I have to look at the mental health of the other persons also who are there. And being a leader, it becomes all the more important because then you are responsible for taking care of the physical, mental, intellectual, every kind of a health of everybody who is with you or under you.
Yes,
so that's how probably we inculcate the ambience of respect, ambience of compassion, ambience of comfort, and so on and so forth within that.
Yeah, ambience of comfort. I really like that statement, and that should be in the rules or something like that, put it on the wall so that everybody reads it and it creates an awareness that ambience of comfort, ambience of respect should be there. These things absolutely signifies you as a strong and independent woman. So, what's your suggestion to the young girls that what's a habit that they should execute for a good mental health regime in their day-to-day lives?
I'm so happy and proud that I have born in the culture and the society which is so strong in and has a backup of the philosophy with it. We all have heard about yoga. I would precisely pronounce it as yoga rather than yoga. So this yoga has given us a kind of a connection with me and my surrounding. So that's the space again which we talk about. And the three kind of connections which I mentioned previously are actually through these yoga. And this yoga, if I follow and understand and follow, probably that's what my youngsters or young students or anybody who is listening to this should follow it. And that would mean that getting up at a particular time or probably prior to sunrise, watching every day how sun rises and brightens up this world, feeling that, getting that sun within you, getting that energy within you. That means exercising. In front with rise of sun, having an appropriate diet, ahar, vihar and vichar, and a yoga of those three, and a control and constraints on those. And then when you are at a place, workplace, because I come back again because it's a vast subject and we can go on and on. However, when we are in a workplace, at that point of time, I feel it's most important is the policy, the rules, regulations, and strict discipline, which has to be there, so that everybody is within their limits, as well as everybody has a freedom as of not only expression but trying to understand others also. Many other things follow easily when we are in the state of discipline. Actually,
so listeners, I hope you are understanding these things, and discipline, exercise is the mainstream rule which you have to do. There's no shortcut, and there's nothing else that can help you out of it. Coming to the point that I have been in the university, SNDT University, and it has so positive and vivacious aura all around. There are trees, there is greenery and everything, and there's so happy spaces, as you said. So what are the practices which are followed and to be followed in the SNDT Women's University for prioritizing mental health?
So nice of you. We are actually right now discussing in a very green ambience of SNDT Women's University's Pune campus. And the motto of our university is Sanskrita Stri Parashakti. That is, one enlightened woman is a source of infinite energy and strength for the society actually. So the meaning of Sanskrita, if it's understood, then what you are asking for is everything that needs to be followed, and to some extent is being followed at our university. Like Sanskrita basically would mean that a lady who has what I mentioned as compassion within her heart. She is well educated, equipped. She may not have a very high degrees. That's not necessary for Sanskrita. If that's there, well and good. But she rises above the society, and she is able to cater to the society because the kind of feeling or connection one lady has with her family is the same connection that Sanskrita should have for her expanded family. Sanskrita is a one whose family is not just a close nuclear family of hers. It's a family with the way she expands herself, grows, she expands her family. That's why in our university song also we say the entire Bharat is my home, and entire Vishwa is world is my family. So if I got that same compassion for each and every person, each and every living being, each and everything on this earth, if I grow to that extent, that's the limit for the Sanskrita to grow. And then if she becomes Sanskrita, I think rest would follow.
Absolutely great.
And
those Sanskrita,
whatever needs to be done to make every single girl, every single woman to be transformed into Sanskrita to some extent. I gave you the limits, but that's not where each and everyone would be able to reach. Would be able to. Each and everyone has a capacity to reach, but they may not reach to that level. But whatever needs to be done at the university level, as an organization, that we need to do. We do it. To some extent, we do. I won't claim that 100%. Otherwise, every student of mine, we would have been able to make her the kind of Sanskrita which we are aspiring for. Not only we, but that was the dream. That was that is the reason why 108 years ago, Maharshi Karveji started this university. He wanted every woman to be aware that she is empowered, she has strength, and she has that potential to become Sanskrita. Once she becomes Sanskrita, wherever she goes in the society and wherever she serves, she is bound to create that kind of an ambience which we talked about just now. She is bound to be good to the society and change the entire society along with her.
Yeah, absolutely true. The Sanskrita concept, I could really understand this in depth today, and I hope many of our girls would be following this and would try to execute that in their daily lives, because this Sanskrita is, maybe it can be a core virtue of all the girls. Let's move towards your educator side, the educationalist which is in you. So you are a chairperson of a committee constituted by Government of Maharashtra for implementation of the national education policy in Maharashtra during 2022. I would like to know that what major challenges you faced as an educationalist, and how did you overcome it? Because education in Maharashtra is now at a very top level, so we need to rise above for all the education policies, all the changes which needs to be there. So what's your take on the NEP would change the education scenario?
Definitely. National Education Policy 2020, which was declared on 29th of July 2020, is something which is very, very beautiful thing that has happened to our society.
Yes.
We were dreaming about this kind of a change in our education. We talked about it. I remember when I was in the school and my parents talking amongst themselves that why is this being taught to them, and myself as well. When my children were in school, we talked about why are they teaching this subject in such a way? Why can't this be changed?
Yes.
What our thoughts? But we didn't know how to go about it. And thank God there was a committee under the chairmanship of Dr. Kasturi Ranjan. And then one more very important thing that is in amongst the 10 committee members of National Education Policy, our ex-Vice Chancellor, Madam Dr. Vasudha Kamath, was also there, and she has been equally responsible for drafting this wonderful draft of 63 pages. That's all. But every line of the National Education Policy is so important, so wonderful that in between the lines you can think and imagine and interpret it the way you are, the level at which you are.
Yes.
So this is how National Education Policy, according to me, has a potential to transform this entire India, entire Bharat, and we can give the kind of education to our children which would bring pride in their mind for their own nation. They will feel belonging. The feeling of belongingness would be there within them. They would become, as the policy claims, that they would be the holistic personality and would not look at an issue or a problem or an incidence from only one angle.
Yes.
Having a 360-degree view for anything that's happening around us is something which is very important. That gives you the other side also, the view, and that makes you compassionate. That makes you helpful. That makes you understand what the other person is thinking. So thinking about other person's thinking is something which is possible through National Education Policy to be developed amongst our students, and that's what I mean by holistic development. I don't give much importance to going in depth about a particular subject or the technology. Those are the aids, those are the ways, those are the means for you to become holistic. But rather they go other way around at times. But being holistic is something primary and important, and then you go on taking knowledge, information, go into depths and try and find out more things about your own subject and curriculum.
Correct. It is a true blessing to have such leaders who are exploring the education sector all for our students and guiding us. As you said, that holistic approach is very important. So our generation is truly blessed to have leaders like you. And as students, I am assured that we would have, and we are having a great future. So noting as a student, you are an inspiration to a lot of students, because many scholars have been awarded PhD under your guidance. So what is your inspiration and what inspires you to be an influential woman in education?
You inspire me. My students inspire me. That's something which I have been always inspired by. It's my students who have made me teacher.
Oh, how sweet of that.
I've recorded it in my book, Scale and ET Scale,
Yes.
which talks about every moment of my learning from my students.
Yes.
And they keep on doing it even now. You talked about my PhD students, but they come much later. It was right from first year of my architecture students through the final year of students. Their various questions, their thoughts, their drifting away and their problems are the reflections of the society in which they are, the issues which they are facing. When they share it with me, I become learned. I know about what's happening either in profession or in the society or with them. And then when I get closer to them, I have always felt I have been enriched by that.
Yeah.
If you allow me to use Marathi word.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a fulapakhari azubazula se ayushya. That I get from them. And they keep me young. I haven't grown yet.
Yeah, absolutely not.
So they keep me young at heart.
How sweet of you. How sweet.
Then my teachers were also there who taught me that I need to learn from my students. So that's another, so I owe them to all my teachers. And one thing which I feel is missing in our professional education system is the spirituality.
Yeah.
My earnest request and earnest, sincere efforts are to have the absolute and good blend of professional education as well as spiritual education, and that's what will be seen immediately within the campuses also, which we have already actually started begin.
Yes.
So that blend, and your spiritual guru is also the one who has always blessed and has been there to support. So these are my inspirations, 3 of them, and my parents, my family, they are there.
So sweet of you to share all of these things, and truly best to have a talk with you and share that inspiration vibe and to do things howsoever the day is and keep doing things. It's a really bless. Your final message to our listeners, all the students, which you would like to share.
Come on, I would say there should be no message. But since you're asking me, and then I've got my grey hairs hair as well, so I have to say, so it is live to the fullest. Is the rarest of rare thing that we are born as a human being, and that too we are here somewhere in such a wonderful areas of living, that is education field, or for that matter anybody. We have to live every moment. We are not really allowed to be depressed or angry or go to the negative mode at any point of time. If somebody does it to you, you are allowing them to do it to you. Don't allow anybody to make you depressed or be angry, be negative, in a negative mode. You should have that courage and that strength and understanding that my heart, myself, I am precious, I am important, and I need to be happy every moment and every time.
That's the takeaway, and all my listeners who are listening us today, that's your takeaway. You need to be living your fullest. Thank you so much, ma'am, to giving your precious time to us. I extend my hearty thanks to SNDT College of Education under SNDT Women's University Pune, Principal ma'am, Dev ma'am, and the whole of Education Department to have a trust on me and put this great conversation of a lifetime to all my listeners, to all the students who are listening. Live your fullest and enjoy the life. Thank you so much for listening to us.
चलिए वक्त हो चला है जाने का, और आपसे इस बात पर लेती हूँ विदा कि मिलूंगी आपसे एक नई टॉपिक के साथ और एक नए सेलिब्रिटी के साथ, एक नए स्पीकर के साथ अगले सोमवार ठीक रात 9 बजे. Till then, this is RJ Harshada waving you off with warmth and love from your happy place, the Halcyon Show, only on Radio Udan, a flight of life.